Chinese pandas first came out. Giant pandas are native to China and have been present in the country for thousands of years. However, it wasn't until the mid-20th century that pandas began to be recognized as a symbol of China and gained popularity worldwide. The first recorded export of a living giant panda from China occurred in 1941, when a male named Su Lin was sent to the United States as a gift from the Chinese government. However, it wasn't until the 1960s and 1970s that China began to actively loan pandas to foreign zoos as a form of diplomatic gesture and cultural exchange. Today, the giant panda is still considered a national treasure of China and a symbol of peace and friendship. The country continues to engage in panda diplomacy by loaning the bears to zoos around the world. The first recorded discovery of a giant panda by Westerners was in 1869 in the Baoxing County of Sichuan Province, China. The French missionary Armand David obtained a skin from a hunter and sent it to the Natural History Museum in Paris for identification. However, the first documented sighting of a giant panda by a Chinese person dates back to the 13th century, when Emperor Lizong of the Song dynasty was said to have been presented with a live giant panda by a Sichuan governor. The diet of giant pandas consists primarily of bamboo, but their ancestors likely had a more varied diet. Fossil evidence suggests that ancient pandas had a diet that included both meat and plants, and over time, their diet evolved to focus on bamboo. The shift to a bamboo-based diet likely occurred around 7 million years ago, as bamboo became more widespread in the forests of China. Today, pandas are highly adapted to their bamboo diet, with specialized teeth, jaws, and digestive systems that allow them to extract nutrients from the tough bamboo stalks. Giant pandas give birth in a similar way to other bears. Female pandas have a gestation period of about 5 months and give birth to 1 or 2 cubs at a time, usually in the late summer or early fall. During labor, the mother will find a suitable den, often a hollow tree or rock crevice, to give birth in. The cub will be born with its eyes closed and a pink, almost hairless body. The mother will immediately begin to clean the cub and stimulate its breathing. The cub will nurse from its mother's milk for several months, during which time it will grow rapidly and develop its signature black and white fur. The mother will typically care for the cub on her own, and will move to a new den site periodically to keep the cub safe from predators. After several months, the cub will begin to venture out of the den and explore its surroundings, becoming more independent as it grows. Giant pandas have a relatively slow reproductive rate, with females typically only giving birth to 1 or 2 cubs every few years. The lifespan of giant pandas in the wild is typically around 20 years. However, pandas in captivity can live longer, with some living into their mid-30s. The difference in lifespan between wild and captive pandas can be attributed to the fact that captive pandas have access to better healthcare, nutrition, and protection from predators. Additionally, the wild pandas face threats such as habitat loss, poaching, and human encroachment, which can reduce their lifespan. The place where the most giant pandas are born in China is the Chengdu Research Base of Giant Panda Breeding, which is located in Chengdu, Sichuan Province. The Chengdu Research Base is one of the most important institutions in the world for the conservation and breeding of giant pandas. It was established in 1987 with the aim of increasing the population of pandas in captivity and eventually releasing them into the wild. The Chengdu Research Base is home to over 100 giant pandas, including both adults and cubs. The base has successfully bred more than 300 pandas since its establishment, making it one of the most successful panda breeding centers in the world. The facility provides a natural environment for the pandas, including bamboo forests, lakes, and waterfalls, which helps to stimulate their natural behavior and promote breeding. In addition to its breeding program, the Chengdu Research Base is also involved in research, education, and conservation efforts to protect giant pandas and their habitat. Visitors can visit the facility and observe the pandas in their natural habitat, as well as learn more about the research and conservation efforts being undertaken by the facility. Giant pandas, which are native to China, have been sent to several countries as a part of China's panda diplomacy program. As of my knowledge cutoff in 2021, China had sent pandas to 27 zoos in 22 countries. Here is a list of countries that have received giant pandas from China. 1. United States. 2. Japan. 3. Thailand. 4. Germany. 5. Spain. 6. Belgium. 7. Austria. 8. Canada. 9. Mexico. 10. France. 11. Australia. 12. United Kingdom. 13. South Korea. 14. Indonesia. 15. Singapore. 16. Malaysia. 17. Taiwan. 18. Hong Kong. 19. Macau. 20. Netherlands. 21. Finland. 22. Russia. It's important to note that pandas are considered an endangered species and their loan to other countries is subject to strict guidelines and agreements to ensure their well-being and conservation. The distinctive black and white coloration of giant pandas is thought to serve several functions. One possible reason is camouflage, as the panda's black and white fur helps them blend in with the snowy and rocky environments where they live. Another theory is that the coloration helps pandas communicate with each other, as the black patches around their eyes and ears may serve as visual cues to signal aggression or submission. Additionally, it's been suggested that the black and white fur may help regulate the panda's body temperature, with the dark fur absorbing heat and the white fur reflecting it. Ultimately, the exact reason why giant pandas are black and white is still the subject of ongoing research and debate among scientists. Giant pandas are generally known for their docile and peaceful nature, and they are not typically aggressive towards each other. However, like most animals, they may engage in occasional conflicts with members of their own species, particularly during the mating season or when competing for resources such as food or territory. When pandas do fight, they usually rely on non-lethal methods such as biting, pushing, or wrestling, and the fights tend to be brief and relatively rare. Male pandas may become more aggressive during the breeding season when competing for the attention of females, but even then, serious injuries are unlikely to occur. Overall, while it's possible for giant pandas to fight each other, it's not a common occurrence and is typically limited to minor conflicts. Yes, giant pandas do drink water. While bamboo makes up the majority of their diet, pandas still need to drink water to stay hydrated. In the wild, they will drink from rivers, streams, and other bodies of water. In captivity, they are provided with water in bowls or other containers. However, pandas are able to obtain some moisture from the bamboo they eat, so they may not need to drink as much water as other animals of similar size. I cannot say for sure whether giant pandas can understand Sichuan dialect. However, giant pandas are known to have a vocal repertoire that includes a variety of sounds such as bleats, honks, barks, and growls, which they use to communicate with each other. It is possible that they may be able to recognize and respond to specific sounds or tones in the Sichuan dialect if they have been exposed to it through human interaction. However, it is important to note that pandas primarily rely on visual and olfactory cues in their natural habitat and may not have a significant need for vocal communication beyond basic mating and territorial behaviors. Follow KeGe Tour, KeGe Chat, see the world, enjoy different beauty, talk about the customs of each country.